Hello, everybody.
Hi everyone.
I'm Joseph Arnold,
And I'm Aaron Bigeleisen.
and today we're going to tell you about how we both had chronic repetitive strain injuries, overuse injuries that resulted from how we played music and how we both recovered from that. And that doesn't really affect our practicing or performing anymore. Because that can really change somebody's approach to music, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had a lot of fear around music for a long time. Um, if this topic seems interesting to you, stick around because we've got a free mini course that we're offering. We'll do more about that in a couple minutes.
Yeah, but first we're going to share our stories of being musicians in pain and the struggle of that and what we did to recover. So you want to go first?
Sure. Um, let's see. Well, I entered conservatory. I was at the Eastman School of Music. I was doing really well for the first couple months. I was getting roles, and then I started to lose my voice. And not only that, I was having chronic tension in my jaw, in my shoulders. I was having back pain. I was having trouble sleeping. You name it, I had it. And after years of going to doctors, ENTs, uh, psychiatrists, voice teachers. Nothing worked up until the Alexander technique. So I enrolled in a teacher training program and I started to be able to sing again in a way that actually felt good. Um, and yeah, I've also found some other approaches, mindfulness techniques, and ways of being that also make a big difference. Um,
And how does singing feel these days?
it feels really good. Yeah, especially it's amazing since COVID has started. Singing has been one of the key things that has been actually therapeutic for me,
Hmm.
whereas before singing was the thing that I maybe feared the most.
Hmm. Yeah. And I'm a violinist, and I had a very similar story where the first year and a half or so of being in conservatory was great. I was learning a lot of repertoire, and it was stressful, but I was doing really well. And then I started to get pain here and here, and then it just spread and spread until basically my whole body was in pain. And my private music teacher wasn't really able to give me any help. He just said, "You need to learn how to relax." And I went to doctors, and they gave me fancy names for owie. It's owie here. And I went to physical therapists, chiropractors, massage therapists, shiatsu. I did Pilates, yoga, um, to over-the-counter pain relievers. I wore a brace on my arm for a couple years. I really had to limit the amount that I practiced. I almost stopped practicing entirely because I was just in pain all the time, and I couldn't really perform, couldn't really be in orchestra anymore. It was really stressful. And nobody had any good answers. I went to all these people, all the exercises, the stretches. I did the physical therapy, 3 rounds of physical therapy, still in pain.
Mm.
And then I took this class on the Alexander technique in college, and it really changed my life. I learned that I was unconsciously tensing my body while I was playing. I knew that I was getting too tense while I was playing, but I didn't have any skills around it. But my teacher showed me, like, oh, it's happening like this, and here's what you do to release it. Like that really changed things, and that's why I became a teacher to get some more in-depth training in that. So now I'm an Alexander technique teacher as well, and it took a little while. I was in really bad shape for a few years. So it took a while to really recover, but now I don't have that pain anymore. And, I'm a professional violinist. I play very regularly, and I practice, when I want, as much as I want. And playing feels really good now. Feels much freer than it ever had before. Much more effortless, which is really fun.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, Joseph.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something that you mentioned, which is that learning to become less tense is actually a skill that you
Yeah.
can learn.
Yes, it absolutely is.
And so this is part of what we're offering here is learning
Right.
the skill.
Yeah, yeah. So, the skill here is not just learning to relax. That's a good skill to have, but it's also learning to relax while you're doing really challenging things, like practicing music and performing. Like, how do you relax while doing that?
Hmm.
Right? That's a great question, huh?
Hmm.
So, well, this is what we do. This is what we teach. So we are offering actually a free mini course for musicians who are experiencing a lot of tightness, tension, pain, numbness, tingling, that kind of a thing, chronic overuse injuries, repetitive strain injuries. This free mini course is called Five Simple and Surprisingly Effective Techniques for Relieving Pain and Releasing Tension, even when practicing the most challenging music. So we'll give you these 5 techniques, and you can apply them to your practicing right away. And we think that if you do this, you'll be able to feel better almost immediately.
Yeah, so the best thing about this is we're not trying to get you to relax so that you are so relaxed that you can't play your music,
Right.
right? We're trying to the tools that we offer are for you to relax enough so that you can play the music better than when you started.
That's right. Because the tension is actually an interference in your body. Like the tension is like the e-brake in your car. If you're driving around with your e-brake on all the time, there's part of your car is going forward, accelerating, and also braking at the same time. So that's why you're feeling tense. You're accelerating and braking at the same time. So when you learn to let go of that, when you're doing something difficult, then you no longer have the brakes on. It feels really easy. Things work better, and you'll just feel better. So the link for that is below in the description. Please do check that out. And again, it's available for free, which is a pretty good price. Anything else?
No, but you should check it out. It's really cool.
Indeed. We also have a YouTube channel. We'll have our website up soon. Yeah, and we'll have more content coming this way. If you have any questions, if any of this really spoke to you, we want to hear from you. But reach out, just direct message either of us.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Okay. See
Thanks,
ya.
everyone.
And